Oh, hello guys! Welcome to New 9 to 5. And in today's blog, I want to talk to you about what would I do if I had to start all over again. But coming first. So Masha and I get asked many times, what would we do if we had to start all over again? So just a little bit of background first. We have been in business for I would say about 20 years almost. And we had several businesses, all in the multi-million-dollar range per year. And funny enough, we are starting a whole new project. And this is why this question is so timely, because today what I'm going to share with you is not what we would do if we had to kind of start all over again. And again, we're not starting from 000 because we do have the experience. But as I'm explaining to you what would I do or what I'm going to be, what we're going to be doing when we start from, again, kind of scratch or from zero, from nothing, whatever I'm going to share with you is exactly what Masha and I have been doing and we are doing now to start a whole new project, a whole new branch of the company. And the company is called New 9 to 5. So if you come with me, what I was thinking is we'll go to my office and I'll show you exactly what are I would say, at least the three main ingredients, the three main things that I would consider they are essential and critical if you're starting from scratch so you can have a successful business online. Excellent. So welcome to my office. And again, how do we know that you're in your office, Miguel? Well, very simple. Look, I have my iPhone right here. So I'm going to take a quick video to say hello, New 9 to 5. Hello, everyone. This is, perfect. So, and this is the whiteboard or the paper that I'm going to be writing from, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, it is actually my office. I was sharing with you guys that this is a very timely question because Masha and I just moved, after 20 years of living in Australia, we have moved recently to Spain. And, as you can imagine, 20 years of friends and memories and, our son was born in Australia and many things. We had multiple businesses in Australia, we still do. But we decided after a year or so of living here in Spain that we were going to start a new project, and this is the project. And as we go through all this motion of starting somehow a new venture, I was thinking, well, what if I share with you some of the things that Masha and I are doing, and what if I was to summarize everything, what are the let's say the three main things, the three key ingredients, the three most important things that I would kind of share with someone that asks the million-dollar question: what would you do if you started all over again? So here are the three things that I would do if I started all over again, or the three things, that key elements that Masha and I are again doing all over, to start the new project. Okay, now again, if you don't have pen and paper, go grab it right now, and if you don't and you don't want to, it's okay, because again, this is a recorded video, so you can watch it anytime. Now, number one, the first thing is, what do you love doing? And some of you might be saying, oh my God, I have heard that like a zillion times. Well, this is gazillion and one, and it is super important. Why is that super important? Well, because when you understand what you love doing, there is going to be an internal force that is going to move you to enjoy more what you're doing. And again, things are going to get tough. That happens all the time, but that's life, right? So we're not going to get into that. Now, in regards to mindset, this is not the video. If you want to watch key ingredients or key mindset hacks or anything that has to do with mindset, there might be a video somewhere in here or below in the description that we can put later, and you can click on it and you can watch it. Also in regards to starting all over again a business and what kind of mindset you need to have. Today I'm going to show you the how-to in a way. Okay, so first of all, the how-to. What do you love doing? No. So what do you love doing means, okay, do you love, for example, working from home, right? Or do you love traveling, right? That's what I mean. Why? Because if you love working from home and then you choose some kind of business idea that it gets you to travel all the time, well, you're gonna hate it, you're not gonna like it, right? And if you're looking for a lifestyle, you wanna stay home and your lifestyle is more staying home than traveling, well, it kind of makes sense that you understand what you love doing. That's one thing, for example. The next thing is, for example, do you like talking to people, right? Do you like talking to people? Okay, I hope you guys understand. Talking to people, okay? Or do you not like talking to people? And you're gonna say, Miguel, that's not possible. Well, there's people that don't really like actually actively talking to people. So, here, bear me out, okay, 1 second. Now, why does it matter? Well, because what you love doing is talking to people, now maybe a business model, as an example, could be some kind of coaching business, right? You're gonna be talking to people, you're gonna course correct what you're doing, you're gonna actively have a conversation and be in touch with people. Now, if you don't like really talking to people all the time, then your model might be something like having a program, right? An online program, in this case, program, right? And it's kind of an automated program, where if somebody needs something, they can, have a support email or phone number, and there is somebody on the other line or somebody on the other side of the email. They can answer all the questions, and you can, focus on maybe if you like working from home, you work from home and you stay with your family and all these things, right? So this is why it's so important that you understand what you love doing, because if you start just by doing this to start, and this is kind of the basic, right? If you like traveling and you like talking to people, well, now we're starting somewhere, right? And whatever you do, that we're going to talk to that now in a second, now it's going to be something to do with traveling, right? And it's going to do with meeting people and talking to people. Make sense? Or if you like working from home and you don't like talking to people, now we're talking about a different type of business where, as I said, maybe you can have an automated program that basically people purchase and they do it in their own time and you never need to talk to them, for example. And there is things like that, okay? Now, the second thing, okay, I said to you 3. So the second one, super important. Again, now that you know what you love doing, here's the $1 million question for you. What are you good at? What are you really good at? Okay? What are you good? Let's say like this, okay? What are you good at? Now, the first time that somebody asked me that question, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'm really good at really anything. But again, here nobody's watching, nobody's gonna be judging you. It's just for you, okay? So there's 2 things you can do, okay? And this is again what Masha and I do. I'm not sharing anything that is out there, and we're not reinventing any wheels here. So first of all, instead of me telling myself, okay, what am I good at? I take the easy route in a way to start, okay, which is, I ask the question, I say to Masha, somebody that you love, okay? Somebody that you love, somebody that knows you very well, somebody that has known you for a long time, and you say, what am I good at? What do you think I'm good at? What are the things that you think I'm good at? Can you name 3, right? And let them tell you a little bit so you have an idea, but because here's what happens. Most of the time we do know what we're good at, but we don't believe we're good at, which is a very different thing, right? So anyway, so first of all, you can ask someone. The other option, or in addition to that option, right? The next thing is, like a psychological question, right? Which is, if you knew what you're good at, what would that thing be? I know it's a very complicated question, but let me ask you again. If you knew what you're good at, what would that thing be? Okay? And again, nobody's watching, nobody's judging. So if you're good at, I don't know, fashion, you're good at fashion and believe you're good at fashion, excellent. Now we're getting somewhere. If you think you're good at running, for example, okay, let's just write it here, for example, right? Running, okay? Why is this so important? Because if you're really good at running, right? Now, if we go backwards a little bit to the first ingredient that I mentioned to you, let's say that you believe you're good at running. The second thing you love doing is traveling. And in addition to that, you love talking to people, right? So let me put it like this. So guess what? Now we're getting somewhere. You can have a business that maybe has to do with live events, right? So the business could be events, right? Outdoor events, right? And it would have to be with you inviting people and you coaching them through the process of how to run better, as an example, right? Now, if you like running, and you like talking to people, obviously, but you want to work from home, maybe these events, instead of being live, outdoor, right? Maybe you can do them on Zoom from the comfort of your own home. If you like running and you want to work from home and you don't like talking to people, now you can again go back to creating a program where you explain step by step how to run better, how to lift your legs, how to do all these things. Make sense? Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now, within that, believing what you're good at has to do also with mindset. And again, as I said before, we are not going to be talking about mindset right here, right now for the purpose of this video. That's why it would be way too long. So, but if you want to know a little bit about the mindset, the Masha and I follow most of the time, we go on and off like everybody. There might be a link somewhere here in the description. So, number one, what do you love doing? Number two, what are you good at? And the third, and probably the most important thing, okay? The million or gazillion dollar question. Have you ever seen this question? Who? Who is doing what I love doing and who can I learn from? Okay? So pretty much, who is your mentor? Who could be your mentor? Who could teach you? The wheel has been invented, guys. The wheel is round. So why reinventing the wheel? Now, there's two options always, is the free stuff that is always good, right? You can always learn many things, but it gives you all this information sometimes, and sometimes you get a little bit lost. I don't know if it's happened to you. It has happened to Masha and I many, many times. And we have chosen for many years already to follow the different route. And the different route is this. Getting a mentor and asking how much. And how much means we're going to invest on us certain amount of money to acquire certain amount of knowledge, and as we do that, then we can repeat that over and over and over and over again. And when I say repeat, that means, as an example, many years ago, we hired these two mentors. Both of them, each of them was multiple 8-figure earner per year. And we paid them, I believe it was about $60,000 for 6 months of work with us. And one of the first things we did was to create a few online programs. And the first program that we created, we launched it, and in the first week, we did about 120 something. I think it was $124,000. Do you think that was a good return on our investment? Of course, right? But again, we were willing to take the risk because, again, we had all these things and we had all these things clear. We just didn't know who we could learn to. Once we have learned who we had understood who to learn from, the only thing we had to do is to do exactly what they said. We didn't have to think, we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. We just had to follow a process and repeat it over and over and over again. So again, if you are on the fence, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know, you're a little bit confused because there is a lot of knowledge out there. Hopefully this helps you. So first, sit down and think, what do I love doing? Second, what am I good at? And third, go and find and search for the person that is going to teach you exactly how to make these two things the most successful things that you do in your life. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I will see you in many other videos that we have all around here. And if nothing else, I would love to hear from you and know your success story. In the meantime, have an amazing day.